Welcome to week 9 of us building our van's RV-9 Empennage. Today is the day we take off the angle bracket to see how the fuel sealant has sealed the trailing edge, and it seems to be perfectly straight. So we're going to go ahead and remove all the excess fuel sealant that was in the holes and get ready to start riveting. So we decided to back rivet, followed by a mushroom head on the other side. It was how the directions said to do it. And we used some carpet and a big piece of iron bar to rivet onto. And as you can see, fast forward, Sam's going super fast as he's riveting here. But we have a specific order that he created to make sure that there was no curvage of the trailing edge. And so we check it all out and it looks good to go, and now it's time to start the leading edge, where we have to curl the edge of that aluminum into the perfect shape to be able to cleco it and rivet it together. So we start by using a water or conduit, and we tape it to the edge and roll it, and we roll it a little bit more with a smaller bar. And then we start clecoing it together to make sure we have the right curvage. We do notice that there was a little kinking on one side, so we unclecoed it and tried to get it to have a better, nicer curve. Here we are, just making sure that that curve is nice, that it's meeting the minimum requirements of the curve, all listed in the instructions. We're curling the edge a little bit so that when we rivet it, it has a nice smooth finish, not any like aluminum sticking up. And now it's time to blind rivet. So it's a little pop dimpler that we put it in, and it pulls tight and pops off the end piece. And just like that, our rudder is finished. So we put it along with the vertical stabilizer, which is what it will be attached to when it's fully assembled. And it's on to the next day. Sam bought us a really nice hose, an air hose wheel, and so that's what he's putting together there. The air hose for our compressor has been a bit of a trip hazard, so this is going to be really nice to keep it all organized and situated so that it's more functional and easy to use. Getting it mounted to some wood to attach it to the workbench right next to where the compressor is. And now Sam's getting ready to pull the elevator skins off the shelf and get us set up for today's work once I get back from my 9 to 5 work. And now we're ready. We're going to start clecoing these stiffeners into place onto the elevator. It's a bit of a chore because the skin is already bent, and so it's kind of at a harsh angle, and it's a little flimsy, and so it takes some time for us to get held up and pulled apart so that we can cleco everything in place. We did discover that it probably would be easier if, for the future, we cleco those stiffeners from the top, but we got it done and it works out just fine. Sam's drilling as I am moving clecos, and now he's removing clecos. It's a whole process. We've gotten it pretty well streamlined. With everything, all the stiffeners aligned and pre-drilled, we go ahead and put in the rear spar and the wedge piece just to see what the clearance is. And we're not particularly happy with it, so Sam is going to shape them, making sure that we are conscious of our edge distance, just to make sure that we have better clearance and everything's sitting nicer. Once he gets one or two done, we make sure that those are perfect and we like them, and he just matches the rest to those shapes that he created. And I am putting together the counterbalance arm so that we can start taking care of that as soon as we are finished with everything stiffener related. And with that, that's the end of our week 9.